What if I told you that getting a credit card this year could make you money, and that upping your credit card game this year could leave you quids in? Watch to the end and see which one works out best for you. Now, I've looked at far too many credit cards to list them all in this video, so what I've done is I've just selected the very best that I think are out there. But remember, no single credit card does everything you want it to. A credit card should be like a pair of jeans. You try on loads until you find that one pair that just fit perfectly and you end up keeping them for life. It's kind of like that with a credit card. They've got to fit you and your lifestyle perfectly. But with so many out there to choose from and all of the jargon, how do you possibly pick the right one for you? Well, just watch this video, obviously. Now, one final point of clarity is I'm not actually comparing the APR charges you have to pay back for using these credit cards. And the reason for that is I don't actually want you to get these credit cards to be putting on loads of credit for spends over a period of time where you've got to pay this back over a period of time. This is all about getting the perks and bonuses from using the credit cards. So the idea is you buy whatever it is you need to buy on the credit card and you pay it back before the end of the month. Always read the small print. So let's go. Since this is the Platinum credit card from American Express. Now this beauty comes with a big annual fee, but trust me, the perks are worth it. Airport lounge access, travel insurance, hotel status upgrades, and a ton load of membership reward points that you can use for flights and any more swanky stays. It's like having a first class ticket to luxury. Honestly, let's check it out. So exclusive to this card, you can earn 40,000 membership reward points, and that's to use in the American Express architecture, of course, when you spend £6,000 in your first 3 months of card membership. Now, that may seem like a big number, but if you're booking a holiday or you're going traveling for a period of time, if you book all of that trip on the credit card up front, there's your £6,000 spent pretty much straight away. I did say we wouldn't look at APR, but if you're going to spend £6,000, I would suggest you're probably not going to clear it that quickly. As you can see there, that APR is astonishingly high at 704%. So the idea is to have savings to pay this credit card off pretty much straight away, so you get all the benefits up front and none of that nasty APR. Now, I did say the annual fee was £575. That was incorrect. It's actually £650, and you can see that the credit limit is £1,200. I think that is incorrect, despite it being on the website, because I myself have one of these cards and I have a much larger limit than that. So you'll see when you do the check your eligibility. And moving on to the check your eligibility part of this page, this is an example of one of those soft checks. So this here means you can apply without affecting your credit status or credit report. We can see how you earn. So there's double points on just general spend anyway, double points on every pound spent, and points or 1 times points on every other pound spent on normal purchases. So just to clarify that, there are double points awarded on amextravel.co.uk spend, so that's the specific place where you'll get that reward. But on any other purchase, it's just 1 point for £1 spent. And a huge referral bonus point there, so 12,000 points for every other friend you refer to this card. And that's up to 90,000 points per year, which is about £900, which is quite a lot, I think you'd agree. The membership reward points are part of the key benefits, as are the 40,000 points from your initial £6,000 spend. The airport lounge access we spoke about, worldwide travel insurance worth its weight in gold, global dining statement credit, so with over 2,000 restaurants you can dine and pay with your Amex. Harvey Nichols lifestyle credit, okay, so if you want to go shopping as well, then great. Hotel benefits, and then there's a list of other benefits there. This is really a behemoth of a credit card, and one to definitely consider if you're going traveling. So if you're on a slightly tighter budget, then the Barclay Card Rewards Visa might be the perfect wingman for you. This card earns Avios points on all of your spending, and that's basically the British Airways rewards program and their partners. On top of that, there's no monthly fee, and this is based on a £1,200 credit limit. You can see that there's a welcome bonus there of 5,000 Avios when you spend £1,000 in the first 3 months, and then it's a 1-for-1 Avios point per pound on every other eligible purchase thereafter. I do like this, which is cabin upgrade vouchers. So if you spend £20,000 on your card within the first year and you choose a British Airways cabin, you can upgrade to a much nicer seat with this card, which is fantastic. It's much more simple when compared to the previous American Express card, but again, nothing wrong with the Barclays card. It's a good option if you don't have the money to pay the annual fee of the previous card that comes with all the benefits that had. So yeah, check it out. Hope you like this one. For you cashback champions out there, the American Express Platinum Cashback Everyday Credit Card, bit of a mouthful, is a fantastic option. So this credit card, again, comes with no annual fee, which of course we like. The credit limit there is assumed £1,200, which it will be more than that. But what do we like about this credit card? Well, the first thing we like is up to 5% cashback, which is up to £100 in money for the first 3 months of card membership. Then it's 0.5% cashback on the next £10,000 spent within the first year. And anything over £10,000, it's 1% cashback. So it actually increases if you go above the £10,000 spend. There are some key benefits to this card, but in addition, you'll get the freedom of paying off your balance in full or over several months. And we need to read the small print to see if there are charges for that, but definitely dig into that. With American Express, you are getting a brand that is well respected across the world and you should have no issues whatsoever. There are tons of other rewards for yourself, so cashback on purchases, inviting friends, no limits to the cashback, which is very interesting. There are also travel benefits, which you can see complimentary supplementary cards, fraud guarantee, which is great for when you're going abroad. So if your card gets cloned, you won't lose any money whatsoever. Being American Express, it is world class. It is recognized pretty much in every country in the world that you go to. I also like protection when I travel. So you've got purchase protection and refund, and you've got travel and accident insurance included in this card. And I remind you, there is no annual fee on this card, and that is pretty incredible. As for eligibility criteria there, it's all the usual things you'd need. UK home address, all that sort of stuff, no bad credit history, and you need to be over the age of 18. But check it out, it's a very good card, and if you qualify for it, you will have a fantastic travel buddy in your back pocket. Not wanting to let American Express have all of the fun on this video, we've also got HSBC UK offering a great travel credit card here. Their rewards card gives you some excellent benefits. So 0% interest on purchases from 6 months from opening the account. That's incredible. So no interest to pay. You can also pay with reward points. So all the rewards you've saved up, you can use basically as banked credit and use for new purchases, and 0% on balance transfers, which is very interesting for the first 6 months. Or made within the first 60 days of opening the account. There's a small fee of 2.99% or a minimum of £5. It'll be interesting to see how long the 0% period lasts for. You should definitely dig into that. But here are some of the benefits with this card. So the introductory points, you get 2,500 welcome points, which is worth £25 when you make your first transaction. You get a bonus of another 2,500 points when you spend £10,000 on the card in your first year, so that's quite a long time. And there are also anniversary points in each of the first 5 years. So pretty much 2,500 points every year for the first 5 years you've got this card. There are also spend reward points, as you would imagine, and you can use the credit to spend abroad in foreign countries. Note there's a fees apply link, so read that. You also get, which is great, which is 24/7 worldwide assistance. So that's pretty much like a concierge. If your card's lost or stolen, or you just need some emergency cash, that's a really good thing to have. We'll sometimes have issues abroad, and it's just nice to have the peace of mind that the credit card that you have, even if you lose it, has some support behind it. And the MasterCard brand, again, is as popular and as well known as the Visa brand, so you should have no issues in spending with this card anywhere in the world. Usual terms and conditions for application, apply in the app or scan this QR code, but you can do that at your leisure. Again, a great card, check it out. Okay, balance transfers. This card is absolutely unbelievable, and I think one of the best, if not the best, that we've covered, and it's available in the UK. Yeah, you're reading it right. 0% on balance transfers up to 29 months. That is astounding. The idea here is if you've got a couple of credit cards with balances on them, get them transferred over onto this credit card. That's not advice, but that's what you could do, and benefit from 29 months of interest-free payments, so you can get that debt down. Now, as you can see, there is a fee attached to that. It's 3.45% transfer fee, but I'm sure you'll agree that the 0% interest on balance transfers for the first nearly 30 months is pretty astounding. The card at a glance is all there, so you get £20 cashback when you transfer £2,500 or more within the first 60 days. So that means if you've got 3 credit cards with £2,500 or more on them, the total cashback you'll get is £60. So they're even going to pay you cashback to transfer the balance. The 0% interest on balance transfers lasts for that 29 months. And I keep harping on about this, but this is really the standout point with this card. That's all it really is there to do. And what I also like here is an eligibility checker, as I spoke about before. You can go on here, check whether you'd be eligible first. There are no hard searches on your credit card, on your credit rating. So that's it. Fantastic card. Check it out. And finally, if you're looking for a fee-free option, the NatWest transfer credit card is a budget-friendly hero. You get the same 0% interest, but the term is much shorter with this credit card. It's only 13 months, but there is no fee for transferring the balance. So you can do calculations to see which one works out best for you, whether the 3.45% on the previous card would be too expensive for you. If you don't want to incur that additional cost, then this card may be better for you because there's no fee for transferring that balance across. I won't go any further into it because that, again, for these balance transfer cards, this is what they're all about. It's just transferring balances from other credit cards that are costing you money onto these, and it gives you some breathing space to pay down the debt within the transfer period. Otherwise, as you can see there, and I know I said I wouldn't allude to it, but there is an APR that you will have to pay that it would go up to. Now, pro tip, there's nothing to say that at the end of these periods, you can't transfer the balance again to another card with a 0% interest rate for a period, and therefore giving yourself another period of interest-free payments, getting your debt down fast. So if you listen to nothing else on this video, and that's totally fine, and you want to go and do your own research, which I completely recommend you do, by the way, then make sure you check out 3 things: costs, fees, and charges on every single credit card you look at. Things change. So if this is the future now, and you're looking at this video and you think, well, I've gone to find that credit card and it's not there anymore, that's not my fault. It's because the bank has pulled the credit card. So what you could do to do yourself a favor is, if you subscribe here now, then I will upload another video in 6 months, and then 6 months after that, and I'll do another check and see what the best credit cards are out there. And if you're really lucky, I might do the same for checking accounts, current accounts, and savings accounts. So this becomes your one-stop shop for the best stuff out there, or just as a baseline for you to do your own research. And with that, ciao. Now, serious face, disclaimer, this is absolutely not independent financial advice. You should seek advice from an independent financial advisor before embarking or making any financial decisions.